You are listening to the CEO Warrior podcast. The CEO Warrior is the highest level training and coaching organization for quick, scalable business growth. In this podcast, you'll learn how to get more wealth, freedom, and market domination. And now, your host, he's the co-owner of CEO Warrior. He's the co-founder of the Service Business Edge event. He's a published author and a popular speaker. Here's Business Warrior, Mike Agugliaro.
All right, hey everybody, we're going to try different technology here. So first lesson is sometimes things don't go the way you want it, so you don't give up, you try a completely different way. So we are going to get Ian and Mandie back on here on Facebook Live and invite you in. Why my wife invites as many people in as she possibly can so that we can recover and get everybody back in on here. So hang tight a minute. We'll get everybody going. Cool. Mandie and Ian is on here. So one of you, I'm pretty sure, are going to have to send me something to add you to the camera here. All right. There we are. Take two.
Nice.
Technology.
Gotta love it.
Yes, but we got it figured out, right? So
we got it. We're ready to go.
All right, cool. So we're going to get some people on here that I know we're logging in. So give us 2 minutes. We'll let some people log in here. And then what we'll do is we will get started. All right. Brian Burke, what's up? Rich, what's happening? Nice to see everybody here. Mike Matheny, what's going on? So a lot of you here know Ian and Larry Enright. What's up? Ian and Mandie. Some of you don't. So why don't we start off? Ian and Mandie, why don't you first tell everybody who you are, where you live, and what you do?
Sure. My name's Mandie Hagan.
I'm Ian Hagan.
Yep. We live in the state of New Hampshire, and we belong to CEO Warrior, and we have now a, plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, septic, and drain cleaning company in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
We started out with just drain cleaning and septic, so.
Just drain cleaning.
Big growth.
So let's go back in time, guys. Let's go back and tell me how long you've been in the business. How long, Mandie, you've been in the business? How long, Ian, you've been in the business, where you're at today?
Sure. So 1983, I was 7. My mom and dad started our company. So, I was 10 years old helping mom answer the phones during summer vacation and things like that. So eventually, I really didn't expect to go into the family business. We had a rough turn of events that led me to the business, which really has been the best decision of our life. So for me, I really grew up with it as a kid. And Ian?
Yeah, I grew up in Texas. We now live in New Hampshire. Mandie and I met in Colorado. I was doing plumbing and heating whenever I lived in Colorado. Whenever we moved back to New Hampshire, we thought we would never do plumbing again because we moved back to help out with the family business in October of 2003. So we've been into it for now, 15 years.
Yeah, time flies.
Wow, that's a long time. So tell me, what was it like for maybe the last 5 years before we met each other? Tell me what was going on in business. What were the struggles? What were the pains? What were the frustrations that you guys would talk about at nighttime and say, you know what, I don't know, I don't like this, or I can't take this no more? Give us some of the frustrations.
Sure. For us, some of the pains are probably unique pains to have. Our business grew steadily each year, 100,000 here, 100,000 there. We were just kind of chugging along. Life was good. Life was comfortable. The kids were fed. We had the bills were paid. Life was good. We went on vacation. We just kind of got to the point where we're like, are we doing the right thing? We were almost feeling stuck. I'm the type of person that will analyze everything, but then be afraid to make the decision. So we weren't really sure we were doing the right thing. Our gut was telling us yes, but it was really kind of slowing us down. We just didn't have any mentor to kind of help us along the way. And to be honest, we didn't know there were people like you and other organizations out there in the service industry that could help us do even better. So we thought we were doing pretty well until we met you.
Yeah, we were growing each year, but at any point it felt like the wheels were going to fall off for us.
For sure.
The wheels wobbly going down the road, and we really wanted to find out a way that we could clean up, the business and really start focusing and get it on a track so that we could get pointed in the right direction. And, we probably went through tons of help, as far as us being leaders, that we probably shouldn't have gone through, just because we didn't have the leadership skills that we do now, just 2 years into being part of the group with CEO Warrior.
Yeah.
Huge for us.
Mike, do you know what today is?
What is the
Today is officially the day we signed on the dotted line to join CEO Warrior.
Oh my gosh.
Know that?
That's
Did you know that?
awesome.
And then this is what I found. This is what Ian wrote down when we left the first fast track. That's where we were.
It's in reverse. So right.
Is it backwards? I can't help it. So it was 5 trucks and 11 employees.
That's where you were at when you signed on the line. Was that?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. So tell me, where did you guys how'd you enter my world? Where'd you see me? How did you find CEO Warrior?
Sure. So we went to the WET show back in 2016, and I went to your 45-minute seminar, and Ian was in a different class, so I got to experience you all by myself. And the magnetic energy that you had drew me to you, and I said, holy moly, I need this guy in our life. So I literally, when that class was done, I went and I found Ian. I went back to our hotel room and I signed in on your CEO Warrior website page. It was that instantaneous for us. Like, I knew, we had no idea there were people out there
I don't
like
even
you.
know that you had time to leave the hotel before we had spoke with you.
Yeah.
You were still there.
I-
So for us, for me, it was that 45-minute aha moment that I just went, wow, this could be epic.
That's really cool. And then me and you had a phone call, and we had back then it was called Warrior Fast Track Academy. Today it's called Service Business Edge. And we get on the phone. I remember the phone call like it's yesterday, and we're talking about dates. And you tell me what?
Well, I tell you that I had to make a tough decision between an investment in CEO Warrior and Fast Track Academy or Service Business Edge, or my 40th birthday trip to Napa Valley. So where were my priorities? And it was a tough decision. I kept going back and forth, and thank God I made the right decision.
Yeah.
You still had a great birthday.
I did. We went anyways, but
Yeah, you went just
yeah,
at a different time, right?
We had never invested any sort of money. We didn't know the training was out there, so we weren't used to investing into ourselves. I went to college, I did my 4 years, and out I went. Never once had I done a seminar, anything to kind of work on my skills. So just didn't know it was out there.
Yeah.
And for me, I didn't go to college. I graduated high school, and I didn't know that other stuff like this existed. So
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't. And I remember our call because I remember you saying, well, I'm going to a birthday and this wine thing or something. Like, come here, and then you'll go on other vacations that you want. I promise you that. So let's go, guys, to it's the first day of Service Business Edge event. How are you feeling walking into the experience? What are you thinking when you're there?
For me, the energy was instantaneous, but I was scared to death. I was frightened, but everybody was so warm and welcoming. It's like the first day of school, a new school, is what it felt like for me.
And with us, we left the first day, going back to the hotel room, reviewing. We had no idea how we were even still in business. We were wondering, how did we wing it? And how did we do what we were doing? There's so much more stuff that we should be looking at in the business. We don't know any sort of KPIs for anything. We didn't know what that was. So here we are now, it's it's our eyes on the ball now, and tons of help from you guys. So
yeah. And where are you at? So let's say we get through day 1, guys. Maybe it's day 2 or 3. Where's the point where you guys just say to yourself, like, maybe, like, this is it, we're going to be on the right track? Was there a moment at all during that event that it was like you guys talked and said, holy crap, we're there?
Oh, I think easily day 1. We went home that night and it was just like, this is exactly what we need. For me, it was right off for me.
Yeah, there was no way. We didn't discuss it. We were, where do we sign
Tell
up?
us where to sign up.
Say, we're ready for this. We need this. As far as like relationship wise and as far as business wise, it's what we needed. So
yeah, well, that's awesome. So you guys are in the Warrior program, which is, and a lot of people watching, maybe some can relate, maybe some don't, but it's funny how when people enter the Warrior program, it goes from like client to friends to family.
Yeah, sure.
Really fast. So I'm sure you guys get it from me and my wife and Rob and the whole CEO return. Like, you guys are your family to us, right? Anything happens, we're there for you. So you joined the Warrior Group. You're moving forward. What size business are you before you come to us?
Yeah, we were 5 trucks and 11 employees when we came to you for the first time. So I think we were a little over $1 million in sales. Well, I think it was 1.1 or 1.2 million.
Yeah. And what are you guys, where'd you end roughly last year? Where are you on track for this year?
Sure. Last year we ended at 4.6 million and we ended at, I think, 31 employees. And right now we've got 26 service vehicles. I think we're at 44 employees and I'm pushing for 6 million.
Okay.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
So you guys are already getting to the point you're like, I don't know, is it 40, 50 employees? That's how you know you're starting.
We're growing so quick.
When you can't even remember how many trucks you have or how many people you're.
No idea.
You're just moving forward. Now, what services? You guys were just doing septic and things. What services did you do before? What services are you doing today?
We just did septic. We just did drain cleaning. We did tons of sewer pumps, and we did service. We did it really well from what we thought, for doing that. So it was a good base for us. People were calling us all the time for plumbing calls. And really, Mandie's father, whenever he started the company, he started doing electrical, and he had gone away from doing electrical to do septic. And so now it's kind of full circle. We're back into doing electrical now. We have a master electrician that works for us. We have master plumbers that work for us now. We're doing bathroom remodels as well. We're doing pipe bursting, pipe relining, all this new technology that we used to be scared to bring on. Now we just know that it's the right thing to do and to move forward. And we have all sorts of tools that help us with CEO Warrior to make sure that we're making the right decisions. So.
Yeah.
And Mike, for me, like what's really important to me is, we have all of the stuff, we have all of the trades, but for me, what I find more rewarding is we now have 45, 46 families that rely on us. So to us, that's a lot of pressure, but that's so much more important. Like, not only has CEO Warrior changed our lives, but it's giving us the strength and the courage to change all of our employees' lives. And, we have struggled for years and years to find good help, and we have the best team on the planet that I would die for any one of our employees, and I feel like they would do the same. So of everything that's been rewarding, 6 trucks, 7 trucks, 20 trucks, 30 trucks, it's the people. Like, we wouldn't want to do it without having that core. And we just have such a special, unique bond with all of our team and our employees. I mean, it's the best. Everyone, I hate it now when I hear people say, oh, it's so hard to find good help. Oh, that's one of the struggles. Well, we found them and we're keeping them. I mean, they are just the best. And, it's probably that our skills have changed a little bit, and, we can talk to them better just from what we've learned in our leadership training as part of CEO Warrior. But there's lots of great people out there, and we're just lucky enough to have almost 50 of them.
Yeah. Tell me about your relationship as a couple. Better, worse, different? What is it?
Oh, I think better for sure. Maybe more complicated because we're going in so many different directions, but we both have the alignment of we know where we're going and we know where we want to go.
Yeah, we have the alignment, we have the clarity, we know what we want to do, we know what we need to do to get there. And now we're not just guessing, and now we don't have this the anxiety from work that we bring it home.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. We know that we're no longer doing that. We know that our kids aren't affected by that. We know that the opportunities that our kids have, with us being more present, more present for everything that we're doing now because we're learning these skills. So.
Yeah. Tell me share a little bit about, because some people, they see the wild things we do and all the exercise and training, but tell us, if I said, give me in a couple words, what is the brotherhood and sisterhood like in Warrior? Because I'm looking at some people on here. I mean, Ted Puzio, Steve Addario, people like Michelle, all these amazing people in Warrior. I want to hear from both of you, like, what is the CEO Warrior family like from your words?
In my words, it's a group of like-minded people where when you're super motivated and engaged in what you're doing and you love what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. So have some of our circle of friends changed a little bit? Yeah, they have. We like to stay with like-minded people that want to be focused and, orientated on their targets. Like, we know where we're going and we're going to get there. And we need to surround ourselves with the people that are going to get us there the quickest, the fastest, the happiest, full circle. So, I feel like I have, how many people are in the group now? 100 and something brothers and sisters that really collapse time and just allow us to get things done. Hi, Ginger. Just allow us to get things done so much faster and save so much of that, that struggle of trying to implement and trying to come up with the ideas on our own. That
to think about, you have all these other, 100 other businesses out there that are doing the same thing we're doing. We don't need to deal with the struggles of the whole learning curve. Right? The learning curve that here you are. People are wasting tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, wasting so much money on a learning curve. Whenever for us, we're just fortunate. Only thing it is a phone call. Only thing it is a question that we have to ask, and we're learning how to ask the right questions. Yeah,
that's awesome. Tell me about what has changed with your family dynamic, maybe with children, since being a warrior. What does that look like today?
I think, we have two super independent, strong-willed girls. They're 12 and 11. But, they just see our dedication and our motivation. So I really think that has instilled them to do better at school, to do better at sports. We've seen a huge change really in both of our kids, maybe a little bit more in Olivia, who's been to your teen event. She is definitely a people pleaser. And if you saw her on that lacrosse field today, she was all up in everybody, and she's a dominator. So it really has, her confidence is shining through. So from that standpoint, they are showing some interest in the business, even at such a young age. They're wanting to know, what they can do to help out, which is really, really awesome to see. But they're pretty strong-willed. They're strong-willed women, for sure.
Yeah. Ian, anything else you wanted to add to that?
For the kids, watching the kids, seeing for us as we're able to give back more to the community and stuff like that, and to be able to provide this opportunity for all of our employees to give back to the employee or to the community around us. We're doing fun projects for donating kids, or donating, not our kids, we don't know that, but we're donating
your kids?
Once in a while.
Donating our bikes and stuff to kids that can afford to have bikes. They're part of projects for us to, and they see this and they see what we're doing, and now they're saying that this is really dragging them in a great way because they want to be part of the stuff that we're able to do. So
awesome. Tell me whatever you're comfortable sharing, but tell me about freedom today, because you guys made a big move, and you have a sense of freedom that most people never even think they can have. Could you share that?
Yeah, to be honest, I think that we're still super, super focused, and we see bits and pieces of freedom, but we're not really at that point yet because, honestly, we just love what we're doing so much that, freedom is going to work. Freedom is having that network of people around us every single day that not only are our employees, but they're also our family. So for me, that's a lot of freedom, knowing that I have a whole team that has our back, that will support us and, really see what we're trying to do. That's freedom to me.
Whenever we joined, we didn't have a single manager, a single mentor, a single leader in our business. It was us. Now we have people in key positions. We can walk away. Mandie got rid of her office at the shop, so that we can make room for CSR Center. And it's great because we can come down to these events and stuff like that. Everything's going so smooth whenever we're gone. We're not getting phone calls every 2 seconds. It's, just there's no way that we would have been able to set this up without the help.
Yeah.
Thank you. A couple more things that I'm going to let you guys know. I know it's Sunday. You guys got a busy day. I appreciate it because I want to give other business owners hope. We're different. CEO Warrior's different. Like Mandie, you came out to the phone warrior training. And if you know, which now we never thought we'd do that, but now we do phone warrior training, road warrior training. Just give us a quick 30 seconds. Like, what was that training like for you and your people, which was, for me, it was so dynamic to watch come in and change. Share a couple minutes about that.
Yeah, for me, I brought 3 of my girls down, 3 of my CSRs, And I think what they saw the most is they saw the belief that we had in them. And it allowed them to really step outside their comfort zone and push themselves to get to the next level. So they came back super motivated and charged up and really ready to do good things. Whoops, Molly's here. She's going to blow dust at us.
Oh, that was good.
Pixie dust. So, so that customer service training was just really great for them. You might as well say hi. Hi.
Hi, how are you? And Ian, you came out to the Road Warrior training, which...
Yeah, so we brought...
Go ahead.
Yeah, we brought out 2 of our guys, and myself went to the Road Warrior training. It's the whole... It just fine-tunes the whole experience for the customer, right? All the way from the phone call coming in. But now here we are as going to the customer's house, the service experts going there, calling them along the way, just the whole process so that we can streamline it and make it the same for every trade that we have.
Yeah.
And so, and it gives our guys so much more confidence, and they have something that they can work at, and they know exactly what the steps are going to be for answering the phone, calling the customer, doing the job. Whenever you get to the job, just presenting yourself in a confident and with confidence and like you're an expert.
And the service guys that we sent down, they came back so fired up, and especially one of them, like his confidence just shined right through. So we've seen a lot of great changes through both of them that came down there.
What does the future look like for you guys? What's the next couple of years look like?
The next couple of years, I would say triple of where we are now. A lot more of systems and processes in place. We grew really fast this first year.
Yeah.
Prior to that, we had 30-something years of no process at all. So really my focus this next year is to continue the growth, but also to kind of dial it in and get things a little bit more specific and more strategy in place and know the numbers better and, create those processes and procedures.
Yeah. Ian, what about yourself?
It's all the systems, procedures, everything in place, making everything streamlined, making it go smooth, making the experience for our employees and their families, all around us so much better. To be able to watch our guys grow as much as what we've been able to grow. Yeah. That's so much bigger for us, watching what we can do for our employees and what we can do for our community, and how that all these people are really embracing all the changes that we've made.
Yeah. And if you guys were to give anybody that might be watching this or watch the replay and they're a struggling company, maybe they're a struggling husband and wife, maybe they want to quit, what kind of hope could you give them? What would you tell them?
The only thing that I can say is this has really changed the whole game for us life-wise, life, work, everything. Like if you're struggling now, we weren't even struggling really when we joined CEO Warrior. If you're struggling, you can't afford not to be in this group and not to be in your life, because sometimes I think that you don't understand how many lives you have changed. Not have you changed our life, you've changed our employees' lives, and you just multiply that. And sometimes I think sometimes you're humble, sometimes you're not humble, and a lot of times I'm not sure you recognize how much you are changing. You're changing lives. I know you're just going to say, I know, thank you. But I'm not sure you get it. I want to make sure that you really
Every single time I see you, every single time I see Rob, every single time I see the team, I make sure to tell you guys are changing our lives. You've changed our lives in such a crazy way. And we see how our lives around us, our employees, everyone's lives are changing. And you guys are changing the world. This is awesome.
Thank you. One last thing, I'm going to let you guys go. I just want to tell you, Mandie, the other day at the Relentless event, I turned over and I watched you talking to my daughter, Caitlin. And it's so cool just to see when, and every time my son's there, or you guys are talking to my wife, it's just, I love you guys. I love what you're doing. I love how you support the group. And, thank you so much for this, because this is all what I was hoping by doing this was, one, maybe somebody's just brave enough and they say, yeah, maybe I'll attend event, or at least they know there's hope. So I love you guys. Thank you. Enjoy Sunday with your travels and stuff, and I'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See ya.
This has been another powerful business building episode of the CEO Warrior podcast show. with your host, business warrior, Mike Agugliaro. Do you want to get the Warrior Blueprint to grow your business? Check out Service Business Edge at servicebusinessedge.com.